That is next up on the track.
No. We've got one more. 1,500. Look at the classic sprinter. He says, nah, I'm not interested in these 1,500s.
There we go.
You're just chomping at the bit for sprinting, aren't you? So I watched Leo O'Brien break an under-18 record, Mitch. I want to watch the 4x4s. I think everyone's just waiting for my voice to go. I think that's actually what the betting market is at the moment, because relays are a scary thing for me. But this is what I'm talking about, Trav. So we had 9 in the, or 8 in the end, in our under-13s. We've got 19 in our under-14s. So I don't know what happens at schools where kids go like, what'd you do on the weekend? He's like, I ran the national final for the 1,500. That sounds all right. I wouldn't mind doing that. They come out. Yeah, they go, that sounds pretty great. And then they find out the lactic monster's waiting for them at 1,100. Anyway, here's our men's under 14, 1,500 metres. This will be another crack-up. Barrett, certainly a watch for me, out at 4:18. And Zreika as well from New South Wales, a sub-420 man himself. So it'll be a good field. It'll be a little choppier than what we saw there, because Jimmy Hall just went from a bullet out of a gun, said, catch me if you can. But what that did was it separated that field, and it sort of gave everybody an opportunity to run in single file. There'll be guys in this race, I can almost guarantee it, in the first 200 metres that will be 4 wide, trying to find a spot, trying to find their rhythm, trying to figure out whether they need to drop back or move forward. But that's the beauty of these junior races, and what you end up getting out of it should you progress to those more senior years. You get that learning out early. You sometimes find, and I remember finding this as a junior, guys would really come out of the woodworks in under 16s and 17s but had never raced before, and you would steer clear of them because they wouldn't really understand the etiquette. Their shoulders would be out, they'd be pulling, they'd be bumping, there'd be chaos. So these guys have an opportunity now to learn all of this at an early age. So a big field of 19, but some good class in and amongst this field as well.
Yeah, absolutely, Mitch. Isaac Zreika, we can see him there, hip number 5, looking to go 8:15 double. So we are underway in the next event on the track, and it is going to be fast, as Mitch has touched on, just looking for a little bit of etiquette from all of the young athletes. Hip number 3, Carter Bergen from New South Wales, has just charged through the field. It looks like Max Oxley will take up the running. No, in fact, it will be, I think, Nathaniel Barrett who will move to the lead. Isaac Zreika, he wears hip number 5, the 800-metre champion. Faulkner, in fact, it is, that's gone to the lead. He's going to just set the pace early. Oxley hot in his heels. And then it's the Queenslander, Lockie Frolich, who was 5th in the 800. He started well, and moving up nicely now is Nathaniel Barrett from New South Wales.
So you saw what I said, right? They were 3 wide as they made their way around that bend. It's inevitable when you've got 19 in a 1,500 metres. So they've actually all done very well not to get chopped and changed and have any slips at this point. Touch wood, of course. So leading out here, he was widest on the track, Faulkner, and in fact it looked like he got, I can't believe I'm saying this, the best start of a 1,500. He was just about off that line right as the gun went. Love the hat on young Mac Oxley. What a name that is. That's got some good punch to it. He just sits 3rd. He's on that railing, but listen, he's got just about half of New South Wales running around him. These guys are out on a Sunday jog at the moment, and there's just one lone Queenslander who looks like he's taken a wrong turn. So Frolich it is who's fighting the good fight in and amongst this pack of New South Welshmen, because it is rather large. I know we've seen New South Wales take over races before, but not quite like this. There's 10 of them all fighting for this position, plus Frolic. Can you believe that? So I would love to have seen their state final. They're about to rerun it just about. If you didn't like the way it went, you get another opportunity here at the national final. So Frolic is doing a good job. Oxley now just moves to the front of this field, so maybe he's learned something a little bit here. Now out there is Faulkner. I reckon one to watch here. He's got hip number 8 on Robinson as well. He's 4:16 to his name. The fastest in this field. I missed him before we started it, but just watch him move up this field now. He gets to 3rd. He'll get to 2nd, and I reckon in a moment's time he'll be right behind Oxley.
The other one to watch, Mitch, is hip number 5. We can see him moving up nicely, and that's Isaac Zreika, the 800-metre champion from these championships. And Cameron Beatty too. He was 2nd in the 800. He wears hip number 4, and he's now into 5th position. And these New South Welshmen, they'll know each other's races really well, and they'll all have a bit of confidence around who likes to kick when and where in the race. But at the moment, with about 500 metres to go, Mitch, the pace has started to increase.
It has, and there's 8 guys from New South Wales all making up that top 8. So I can guarantee I know what's going on in the playground. They're just running 1500s for fun, it seems like. So Oxley it is that lead things out. He's indistinguishable in that hat, although he's got some good company behind him there. You mentioned Zreika, who sits in third, and that's going to be Robinson in that second spot. So slid his way up from about 8th in that pack a bell ago. Now he finds himself in a threatening position with just under 400 metres to go. So Oxley's going to have to work hard to maintain that railing, because now Robinson moves around him. It's a grimace on the face of Oxley as he does just that. Zreika now makes a decision to go with him with 300 metres to go. So these two will start this kick early. Zreika maybe wants to get right to Robinson and just see what he's got in him up this back straight. You want to try and maintain that rail position if you can. Robinson fighting on to hold it. Oh, he's held it for sure. So Zreika now will have to reassess. He's going to move on the bend. One of the hardest things to do in distance running is make that move on a bend, and he does just that. So 150 to go. Zreika's found himself where he wants to be, but can he hold on now for a national gold? So Zreika leaves it out from Robinson. Robinson now gets out into lane number 2. That was to be expected. Zreika will have to find a little bit here. Robinson now starts to lift. Zreika, it is out in front. Robinson not done with yet. Zreika checks. Doesn't need to. He's the winner. 4:10.18 for him. Takes out the crown. Robinson goes for the silver, and Nathaniel Barrett comes out of the track to come up for third. Well done to Oxley. He'll go for 4th. Next one through there was Beatty. It's just New South Wales galore rolling through. Our first from another state is Jake Reed, the Victorian, as we continue to see them pile in here in the men's under 14 1500 metres. But it was a well-weighted run, wasn't it? And he managed to get the national title.
Yeah, it's the second gold medal for these championships. He'll be the 800 and the 1500 metre champ, and well deserved as well. He had to earn it, because his New South Wales competitor was right there the whole way. It was a really interesting final last lap. Isaac Robinson will have a nice new PB, 4:10.44. Nathaniel Barrett has been confirmed as the bronze medalist. Mac Oxley, 4th across the line. Cameron Beatty, Lachlan Finley Kidd. Let's just see how many New South Wales. There was 6 in a row of New South Wales competitors there. Very strong showing from the team. We'll take a quick break, Mitch, because after the break, the relays are on. Get those tonsils just cooled down a little bit, because we're going to need you in fine voice for the 4x400 Relay Championships.
Here we go.
Welcome back, wherever you may be watching from, and I hope you are enjoying Day 5 action of the Australian Junior Athletics Championships. There's the results through. Isaac Zreika from New South Wales confirmed our gold medalist in the championship record time. Isaac Robinson, the silver. Nathaniel Barrett, the PBs all the way down the page in what was a hotly contested under 14 1500 metres. Some valuable racing experience that I'm sure these young men will take back to their home states and build on for the winter. It gives you a lot of exciting things to look forward to when you come back from the Nationals and reset for another year of winter training.